Hi guys, welcome to February. Come and make a vegan mosbolletjie with me. I hope that you guys are going to enjoy this recipe. Oh, kyk die grysies. Okay, so I'm going to start out by sifting my flour. It's a kilo all-purpose flour. I'm using all-purpose flour and it will make a big batch, 3 loaves like this. Oops. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to sift out my flour. I don't want you guys to watch me do the whole process, so I'll sift out the kilo flour and then I'll just come back to you guys. Okay, so it's a kilo all-purpose flour sifted. Okay, so I have my kilo flour sifted. To this I'm going to add 100 grams of sugar, and a packet of yeast. So in here we've got our flour, our sugar, our 100-gram sugar, and our yeast. I'm just going to mix that together. In the meantime, what I also did is I warmed some plant milk, soy milk. I used this one, 375 ml, 100-gram butter, and I like to put my aniseed, it's about 30 ml, in here so that it soaks up the nice aniseedy flavor, if that makes sense. This is the plant butter I used. It's the one by Flora. And then I also have 250 ml of warm water. Okay, so now I'm going to add, sorry, I just want to add some salt. About 2 pinches. And then I'm just going to add my home plant milk and butter, adding my warm water, and then I'll just mix that through. Now normally my original recipe that I use calls for grape juice, but I'm trying to make it a slight bit healthier. I know it's like 100-gram sugar in here, and you will probably also at the end I'll show you you have like a sugar rub, call it a sugar rub, on top of the mosbolletjie. But it's like 3 loaves and it's how many slices per loaf, so really how many sugar, like choose your battles. So I don't mind having the sugar in it. I just won't do grape juice and sugar because that will be a bit too much if you are trying to be on the healthier side of life. It's January, almal maak mos New Year's resolution. So yeah, this I'm just going to put into my Ken hood with the hook attachment, and then I'm going to let the machine do all the work. I'll show you guys now. Okay, so I have my dough, and then in my stand mixer, and I will knead my dough for about 7 to 10 minutes. You can also check if your dough seems to be a bit too sticky and it's not pulling away from your bowl. You can add some more flour. Please add the flour 1 tablespoon at a time. You don't want your dough to be too dry, but you also want your dough to pull away from the bowl into a nice soft ball. Okay. And then you let it go for another 3 minutes. So here we have our dough. It pulled away nicely. And now I'm just going to oil the same bowl I used for mixing, and I will let it proof in there. So I'm going to let it proof in here. I'm going to cover it with cling wrap. And then after an hour, we'll come back and we'll make bolletjies. Cover your bowl with your cling wrap and with a tea towel. I've got this cloth that I use in my kitchen for when I'm baking. Okay, so we're back. It's been an hour. Let's see. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So now we're going to make bolletjies. Okay, so I'm just going to prepare my pans with some non-stick spray. Okay, and then you tip out your dough. So even it out with your fingers. Okay, I just want to show you. Okay, I just lay it out with my fingers into a rectangle shape, and then I use a scraper just to cut it into 3 equal pieces for my 3 pans. You can, if you want to, weigh out your pieces. I'm not going to do that. I just want to make it as easy as possible. Each piece I then cut into 8 pieces. I'm not worried about my pieces being the same size. If you want to, like I said, you can weigh it. Okay, so now we're ready to form our balls. So you just take a piece of dough, you form a little ball with it. I like to use my index finger and my thumb just to push the dough through, just to make a nice shape. And then I just roll it onto my surface and place it into my pan. I'll do that until I have 8 balls in total in my pan. And that's it. Okay guys, so I'm just going to cover it loosely with the cling wrap, same I used over my bowl. Cover it with my kitchen cloth, and then I'm going to let that proof in the pans for 35 minutes, and we'll come back and then we'll put it into the oven. Okay guys, so I'm going to preheat my oven. Kan julle sien hoe operate ek? Preheat my oven 180 degrees. Let me just show you the mosbolle. Let's take a peek. Nice. I'm just going to let my oven preheat for about 5 minutes, and then I'll pop this in to bake for 20 to 25 minutes. Yeah, I have some plum jam that I thinned out with some warm water, and this I'm going to use to brush on to my mosbolle once it comes out of the oven. So generally you will use a sugar syrup that will comprise of 30 ml water, 30 ml sugar, but I was feeling fancy smanchy today and I had the plum jam. It's by a company called Flavor. They've got delicious products. Go and check them out on Instagram. And yeah, you will not be disappointed. And so yeah, so this mixture I'm just going to brush onto my mosbolle once it's out the oven. Okay, yeah, the mosbolletjies are out of the oven. I do not have a pastry brush. I don't know what I did with mine, so I'm just using some baking paper, and then I'll basically just dip or dab the baking paper into the jam and sort of rub it onto the mosbolle like that. Okay, and there you have it. Mosbolletjie is done. Vegan friendly mosbolletjie is done. Just tearing away at it, and it looks nice and fluffy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed me making this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and have a wonderful and fabulous February. Okay, bye.